Hello everyone, welcome in. It's me, Dawn, the Crafty Visage. I think I'm live. Do I have my computer muted? It takes a minute. There we go, it's kicking in. La-la! Hi guys, welcome. Welcome. All right, so my stream is going to be, it might be a little funky tonight because, hi Susie Fick, and welcome Pam, and welcome Taylor, and welcome Maureen. Hello ladies. I was up all night. I couldn't sleep. I started a new med and I was up until 3:30 this morning. Guess what? I decided I was going to rearrange my craft room because I usually do that like every, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. And I hadn't done it in a while because I have my hand surgery. And, oops. Am I still here? Yep. Sorry, my grandson's trying to call. And I felt good enough to do it last night. So I did. So anyway, I hadn't done an ATC video this month, I don't think. So I thought I would play around with some embossing. And that reminds me, and I want to use some of the stuff that Abraham had gifted me. So I have some embossing folders. Yeah. Well, I mean, no one did say I wasn't insane. So, and Taylor, oh yeah, and I read your message, Taylor. I will message you back after the live, darling. So you guys saw my box that I cut of all my scraps are in my little ATC cheese box that I created. So yeah, I'm gonna start out. We're gonna emboss. These little folders came from Abraham in the last Happy Mail he mailed me, and they're just adorable. And the first thing I thought of with them was ATCs. And this one's missing a corner. I suppose it doesn't matter. I can mount it on something. So, hey Debbie J. I know, Susie, aren't they adorable? And I love the fact that they have a little slit in them. And my other one, I have other ones that are like that too, where you can stick cards down in. So these would be, this one probably isn't for that because it, you know, it has a saying, but like this one, you could do long strips and you could do a border of just this middle piece. Slide it through, emboss, slide it through. So yeah. So I tried to set up my lighting. How's the lighting? Can you guys see? I tried to set up the lighting the best I could. And the camera is on my table. I don't have it set on the actual mount up above yet. So hopefully there's not too much wiggling, especially with embossing, because I have my embossing next to me. So yeah. Hi, Judy. Hi, Bethany. Hopefully I don't miss anyone. And that's another thing. My my laptop where I can see my chat is on the other side. It's like on the table that is behind me. So I'm trying to figure out where to put it so that I can see the chat when it go live. Got to figure this out, peeps. I thought about it after I started, but I was way too deep in that I couldn't back out after I started. So I thought about it. Why am I doing this the night before a live? Like, why couldn't I wait till tonight or tomorrow night to do it, right? Like, silly me. So I don't know if you guys remember me showing the Happy Mail when Abraham had gifted me all of these. They're kind of like gelatos in a sense. They're Michael's brand. I love them. I am so in love with them. We're going to use them. We're going to use those. We're going to use some gelatos. Ooh, donuts with coffee. I had a coffee earlier after with my cookies, but I'm done because in case these meds kick in and keep me up for a while. In the kitchen making meatloaf. Okay, Judy. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, and I'm trying to, hey, Dee. Well, here, I'll give you some ideas. Because you don't have to make ATCs per se. You could just do backgrounds, you know. So we're going to try to do some backgrounds. See how we do. So I just embossed. I used one of the little embossing folders that Abraham gifted. And I'm going to twist this up a little. And I'm going to cover. So when I said embossing, it's dry embossing. And these are just backgrounds for ATCs. Because I make the fronts, thank goodness. And then I will attach them to another piece. This will be my layer. I always double up on my ATCs. And it's really cool because I was planning this because I had a few of them and I was like, I'm just going to recreate some stuff. And I'll use the supplies that I have that I wanted to use. But I watched Lydia Fiedler this week do something sort of similar for producing a patina effect. But this was like what did we learn it was? 20 years ago, you guys. Who else we got? Hey, Brenda. And Janine, I said hello. I'm piling up another stash of things that if I don't use soon, they're fixing to be de-stashed. Well, haul them out, girl. Haul them out. Start using them. And these make fantastic backgrounds. I really love these little things. It's messy, but I don't mind. I like it. I really, really like it. And then, if you guys don't remember, I also got these gelatos, the actual gelatos. This one is gold champagne. So I'm going to add a little gold over the top. Check this out. Is that like not the coolest look? It kind of looks like a metal tile now. I love it. Oh, did you, Janine? Hi, Susan. Did I say hi? Oh. So it ends up, look at the metallic on it, guys. I love it. I really, really love it. But I want to amp it up a little more. And we're going to take the embossing up another level because we can. And we're going to add some texture on there. And I'm just tapping slightly. I should have used my finger and just kind of sprinkled a little on. But since I have this little brush here, I can always take some off. I want it to not be so heavy, and I want it to be sort of irregular. But I love it. I love it already. So I'm going to turn my heat gun on. Hi, Shauna. How are you? Woo, come on. Sorry, I'm heating off. I'm trying not to get the sound too close to my camera. I saw hello coffee. Hello coffee. Hello Maureen. Oh, coffee talk. Oh yeah, that's Taylor. I feel a new embossing gun coming in my future. I think mine is just getting tired. There we go. Just have blood work done, blood sugar good, blood pressure good, life is good. Excellent! That is great news. That is great news. Yeah, my new med that I got, that's what she mentioned yesterday. It might raise my blood pressure. She's like, how's your blood pressure usually? I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So there we have it. Isn't that cool? It's the first technique. I love it. Pam is typing challenge today. Poor Pam. Trying to keep she was working hard to keep the spiders away. So there's another technique that I did, and I did it a couple different ways. And I'm going to use black again. And I'm going to emboss again. I think I'm going to emboss with this one this time. As it doesn't matter like what we use. The one I did before, I'll show you guys the ones I did before at the end. At the end. So we're going to emboss this little black card. Sorry again for the wiggling. Heads up. Oh no, Jana, really? The heat. Oh. Hi, Dee. Did I say hi? Or are you just waving at Jana? All right, let's see. So that's cute. The little flowers. I love it. We'll see it better in a minute. So this time I want to, I am going to dust this off, and I'm going to drag my embossing pad. This is just my little mini I've had since 1902, you guys. Just gonna drag right over the raised areas. I might get some of the other areas, and that's okay. And hi, Teresa. How are you? Thanks for coming in. And let's see if I can hold. Whoop. Well, there we go. Let's see if I can hold this. And I don't care if some comes off because I don't want the whole thing. I mean, I don't mind if the raised parts are covered, but there we go. I'm gonna, you know what? I've been doing this today, practicing the things because it's different when you haven't done stuff in a little while. And I had embossing powder everywhere, everywhere, just from using it. Oh, poofy hair. Mine doesn't, it's not too bad when it gets humid. All right, let's see how we do here. Oh, and by the way, I used a gold embossing powder. I'm terrible. Just follow along, folks. Terrible at giving the lowdown. If you have questions, make sure you ask in the chat. Hopefully I'll see it. You can put it in capitals. I won't feel offended by the capitals. So I kind of want it to have the grunge feel, you know. I don't want it to be perfectly perfect. Make sure I get all their parts. I love to emboss. I have been looking for an itty bitty embossing pad. Oh, really? Well, this one is old. This one I've had, like I said, since the 1900s. When I first started, this is one that I got when I first started stamping and doing all the things. So I've had it forever, so I don't even know if they make it. But I know that there's companies out there that do sell the little mini pads, and someone in the chat might know. Thank you, Jonna. Thank you so much. So once again, we're going to turn back to these little thingamabobbers here. And actually, yeah, I really like this. I like this. Whoops, not that color. I like this one because this one kind of reminds me of like the salvage patina. It kind of has that patina look. So, hey Z, how are you? So good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. You got me hooked on ATCs, girl. I've been making ATCs all day. Every time I watch Xena, she's been making ATCs, so here I am. You have a mini one called Watermark? Oh, that's cool. You know, like you've had since 1902. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Teresa. Everything I own practically is from 1902, unless it was sent to me from a friend. So these are new. There wasn't a Michaels around when not near me. I didn't really know about Michaels like I do now. All right. I'm also going to use some of this gold champagne over it too to give it like a little bit of a mute. But I really love the effect of the embossing and then adding this with it. Mix it all in, mix it all up. Really cool effect. I haven't been to a Michaels. I've been on a no-buy for a couple years. I haven't been to a Michaels in forever. The last time I went to a shop, I went with Kellyanne, and it was Hobby Lobby, and that's when I had gotten some money for my birthday, and yeah. So we did all that, and here's this little secret, fun secret. Here we go. So these gelatos and these Michaels brand gelato things are water soluble. So I can give them a spray and kind of rub them down in. Whoops. And it looks really yucky right now. But just wait. baby wipe that's here. Check this out. My baby wipes dried out. I forgot to close them. But it has all the goodness in it, and it's still cloth, so I'm like, you know what? Just spray it, Dawn. Just spray it. So there. This one's a little more grungied up than the other one, but I like it. And it's a little wet, but I like it. And it's kind of a different look. This one's got a more clean look to it, but I love it. Trust the process. That's right. Oh, did you? I've got to go back and watch. I've got to go back and watch. So that's two different ways with the embossing powder. Now I have another really cool one, and I'm going to use, I'm still pulling from my scraps here. So get rid of that. So the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has really cool stamps. They're silicone, but that's okay. They work great for things like ATCs. I love them. So we are going to use a hummingbird. I figure out where I'm going to put that aside. I'll pick that up. Bethany says, our local Michael's closed a couple of years ago, so I've been going to the one near our Costco, 20 minutes away. Last week found out they reopened the Michael's in the same strip mall a month ago. Oh! Different location, same strip mall. I feel duped. Ah. I'll have to check them out. I kind of missed all YouTube last night. I got preoccupied. I thought I was going to go to sleep because I was so tired, and my brain was going, and I couldn't sleep. So I ended up rearranging my craft space. And now my setup is a little wonky, and I don't really have everything exactly where I think I need it yet. So this was good practice, I guess, to have my live tonight so I could kind of see where I need things. So far, how's the camera? Is it wobbling too much? I'm wondering if I need to move it off of my table, because I actually have the mount on the edge of this table rather than on the shelf on the wall above me. I'm so far behind on YouTube as well. I'm far behind on everything. Me too, Janine. I would love to, Bethany. I love organizing and rearranging and all that jazz. Tonight I'm a little nervous. I have the door open. I have to be honest. The door's open because guess what? Debbie was mentioning a mouse. Well, last night while I was pulling things out, a mouse ran across my floor. I almost died. I was like, ah! Willie came running up. What's the matter? Are you okay? I'm like, oh my gosh. You won't believe it. So I stamped this with my VersaFine Claire. And I'm going to, I don't care if it gets embossing around the edges of it. That's okay. But I want to seal this in before I do the next step. So here we are. Oh my gosh, I did freak out. So tonight, I'm like, just please be quiet while I'm live. I don't want to close the door because I'm afraid of being closed in, and I don't know if it went out. I tried to catch it, but I haven't seen it caught yet. So yeah. So here I am. Here I am being held hostage by a mouse, pretty much, because I'm keeping the door open so I have a way to run. So if you guys all of a sudden I'm missing, you guys will know. So this is an old technique and you guys have probably seen it, but it's called the black ice technique. And I'm going to take this black ink pad now and I'm going to kind of drag it. I'm going to drag it right from one end to the other. And then I'm going to set it in my... Oh, I was going to put a sentiment on it, but I guess I can 3D it. Get off any extra. Oh, not all of it, I hope. Did I take all of it off? Oh, good grief. Well, if I did, we'll do it again. for staying in the yeah, I know. Well, I have a quick escape route. Oh, I guess I did. Well, since I have the black on there already, I'm just going to do this. And then I can grab some. The VersaFine Clairs usually stays wet for a little bit, but I might have just done it too fast and too light. Or I just banged it. I don't realize my strength. I was probably feeling a little aggressive after talking about that mouse. Well, my craft room is in my house, Janine. I'm upstairs in the bedroom. There we go. There we go. So can you guys see that? It's kind of like a streaked, it's got a little bit of streakedness. I did, and that's what my friend had said today, just a tiny little bit of peanut butter, so they have to work for it so that the trap will definitely catch it. I have a trap set. You had a hamster, so I've had a hamster too, but I don't know. Mice don't do the same thing for me that hamsters did. You know, I could squish and like cuddle and put my face up to the not I see a mouse and I'm like I'm on the table. So this was the next one, which was kind of fun. I'm trying to use up these cards, you guys. I can't use them up fast enough. I can't use them up fast enough. So the next one I am going to grab, because I had a bunch of these, if you guys recall. They were like my watercolor practice sheets that I did. And I'm trying to use those up too. So yeah, maybe I like this one better. I'll do something different on that one. So this was another thing that I saw. It's not quite embossing, but it's embossing like. So last spring when I did Crop and Create, we got a kit from Pink and Maine, and it had a bunch of these little flower dies. So I die cut a bunch out and I put them on a card and created this really cool look. So I'm going to recreate it, but I don't want the same one. I want to do a set. So I want to have same technique, different look. So I am going to do this one with leaves and make it sort of a fall looking card. So I punched these with a punch. So goes to show you, you can use dies like I did the first time around playing, or if you have some cool punch shapes, you can use those too. So that's what I'm going to do. Kind of place them out where I want them. Yeah. And I'm using watercolor because we're going to get wet. This is going to get wet. So, keep trying. Never seen that done before. Oh, really? You mean this black one? They call it black ice. And you use the black ink pad and you just kind of swipe it and the clear embossing powder will stick and it just gives it like an icy effect. It's really cool. So I'm trying to think up some different things to do with my ATCs so they're not all the same. I have some different ones and I'm hoping I'll be able to start sending out some things next month. So I want to, so I have some Mod Podge here and I'm going to just Mod Podge everything down. And if I was smart, I would have grabbed the press and seal out from underneath my other desk and I could have just picked them all up, coated the paper and sat them back down. But, you know, it's okay. We'll go through the motions. But this was fun. So this is how we used to get the embossing look before all those beautiful embossing folders. I probably got we had the brass stencils back in 1902 and we had punches, paper punches, and you could punch your things out and lay them down on your paper and it gave you a raised look. And sorry, well, after I get all these down, I'll check the chat again in case anybody says anything pressing. So I am just covering this everywhere, anyway, anyhow. Give it a good coat. And then I'm going to dry it. My poor old paintbrush I use, it's just getting more stiff and more stiff from all the Mod Podge and the gesso. Hey, Kelly. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Now I want to, I'm going to dry this. So I was sitting before at my 6-foot table that was big. I'm at a little tiny wooden table now. So I feel so confined. Hi, Robin. Hello, hello. Welcome. It's so good to see you. Are you ladies getting ready for ladies' night? I think they were trying to ban them. Saying I'm old. I was hoping a couple more years before I had to be old. I missed some. Oops. Uh-oh. All right, now I'm opening my big jug of gesso here because I'm trying like crazy to use it up. Look, it's a huge, and I've only gone down that far. I need to use it because I've heard that it goes bad. I've heard that it can go bad, and I'm like, oh, darn it. I hope not. I spent 20 bucks on that. I mean, I'm sure that's not a lot for gesso. It's just the cheap Hobby Lobby brand, but still, I'd like to use it. So I love this with the color underneath. You can see a little bit of it, but not a lot, but it's enough to give it a little tiny bit of color in the background. So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to add another layer. Yes, it does. It does seal the work. But I wanted to kind of cover it over because my Mod Podge is not white. I probably could have added white acrylic paint to it, and it could have done the same thing. But I have shares with gesso and matte. Oh, that's cool. I love using it. I've never used matte medium. But I sure do love using gesso. But the problem is I don't use it enough. I just need to, I forget. There's so many other it's just so many techniques you want to do as a card maker, you know, a crafter. And I always forget to include gesso. And because you know what I used to use is just white acrylic paint, which is pretty much what gesso is, I guess. It's like white acrylic paint and glue, right? Pretty much. So there, I whitened it a little more with the second coat. Oh boy. Hopefully I don't have to holler down. Don't forget I'm live. All right, I need water. And how are you guys seeing? Because that's another thing. The way I had to adjust my phone. I bought modeling paste to try it. Oh, cool, Robin. Let me know what you think of it. I've always done DIY modeling paste. I don't have any like real modeling paste that you like buy in the store. I use the spackle from $1.25 store. I mix it with a little glue and I color it up. All right. So let's start making these leaves look fallish. So I did these little swirls, and I figured the swirls could be like the wind, you know, like the just represent like the, you know, the leaves falling through the wind, you know, how they have that little, you get them in the stamp sets, the whoosh. It's the little whoosh. Hey Dee, welcome back. Any idea what to use instead of matte medium for um I'm not sure. You'll have to clarify that, Jana. Unless you're talking with somebody and you any idea to use instead of matte medium? Huh. Pam, are you still here? Pam, Pam, Pam. So I'm kind of going with I'm just putting a little tad bit of color down, and do I want to go? Okay, just checking. I think you're my my main squeeze, my main mod squeeze tonight. Oh, maybe I'll do orange again. I kind of like the orange. Thank you, Pam. I like the look of matte medium, but I do not like the price. I use as a glue on top of things. Oh, well, the Mod Podge. Have you ever tried the Mod Podge? This one is the gloss. I don't like it as much, and that's another reason why I liked going over it with the gesso, because it flattens it. Because this one's glossy. I have there's another one. It's the yellow bottle. I'm out. I have it on my desk to remind me that when I go buy things, I need to buy more. But this one I got at the $1.25 store, but I want to get the big one because I've been using that a lot. But this is the matte finish. I think it's good, but you know, I don't get into serious art like some of you gals. I just kind of play. So these little whooshes, I'm just going to do them green because it just kind of brings that little bit of green, I feel like, that floats. It's floating on out of here. And you notice my tools, I'm just using my finger tools because that's what I like, but caution. I mean, if you're doing these colors, sometimes you will get a mix if you're not careful. Sometimes I'm sloppy and I just go from one thing to another and I end up with all this mixed stuff. I do have my towel handy and I do wash my hands. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I would give it a shot. If you're looking for something that's more affordable, definitely I would try the Mod Podge and the matte finish. And that'll probably be more comparable to the matte medium because I believe that's matte also, correct? So, yeah. All right, so there's that. Got a little of this on there, a little of that. My leaves are kind of around. And now I am where's my, oh, here it is, my water pen. And I am going to go, these also came from Abraham. So if you see him in here, make sure someone lets him know, lets him know I'm using. Oh, how about brown? Oh, I should have done brown. I'm going to use brown now. So I'm going to take these you can use any water-based marker. And remember, we're going over the gesso, which is going to give us a finish where we can move things, you know, it kind of is seals stuff so we can move it. So I'm just outlining and it looks kind of cheesy at the moment, but hopefully it will improve. And I'm just going around. So what that gesso kind of sealed those punches right to my paper. So it's almost like it's one piece. It's married together. It's sealed, so there's no underneath. And it's almost as if it's embossed. And I probably should have lifted it up and showed you guys. I will. Let me do this leaf and I'll lift it up a little closer because I know my camera feels like it's close, but it's really... So see how they look? It's like it melds, right? So it's almost like an embossed... I know. Well, that's me. I've really had a lesson in frugality the last couple of years being out of work. And um, and just on a positive note, I will start having an income, thank the good Lord, come September. So I am thrilled. But I'll tell you, it was very trying to be on a low buy, low buy, no buy, and budgeting and having to use things that I had because, yeah, crafting is expensive. Hey, Miss Belle, how are you? Yes, Brenda, finally. It's been a long time coming. A lot of me ranting and raving. So now I'm going around all the edges, and do you see what's happening? That water pen, it's kind of spreading out. It's kind of loosening up. It's kind of putting a little brown silhouette around all the things. So I'm trying to stay outside of my colored images and just loosening up the brown pen. And like I said, you could do this with the Crayola Super Tips. Those are water-based markers. You could do them with the Artezzo brush pens. What's the other ones? The Kiritaki ones. The Zig. Is that what it is? Maybe it's a Zig. Clean color pens. And I'm just kind of letting it all just flow, loosening it up. But it's going to give me a little bit of... it's going to hug those images because I did outline them. It's going to hug them a little bit, enough to emphasize that raised punch. But I love doing these on ATCs because, as you can see, I mean, the technique is a little, I mean, it's not bad, but, you know, I could sit and take some time and do stuff. I'm kind of hurrying now so that I'm not taking all night for you guys. Plus, I think tonight is Gina K's release, isn't it? She's releasing a new kit tonight. I don't want to be here all night. I don't want everybody to miss it. But the ATCs it's a small enough project to be able to play with, you know, some techniques and not, you know, have it take you half your life to finish it. Ta-da! Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Bethany. Hey, Deborah. How are you? How was your visit? Do they sell it to Canada? You mean like the Mod Podge? Thank you, Jana. Thank you for that. I would think so. if you're talking about the Mod Podge. But anyway, so this kind of gives us this distressed kind of look, right? It's kind of cool. And you can go back in and do some pen work after. These markers have like a very fine tip. So I can go around and I can enhance some of this after it's dry if I want. Right now it's wet, so the fine tip isn't wanting to work. But yeah. So that was the next technique. And these are just backgrounds. These are just my my bases. So these will go on the front of, these will go on an actual, another card base, an ATC card base, and I'll add other things to it, you know. So I could put some glitz, I could add some stuff to it, but there's that, a little grunged up. Do you have to pay a lot of duty? It was great, lots of fun in shopping. Oh, that's cool, Deborah. All right, Deborah, we have Mod Podge at Michael's. Oh, okay. Oh, and Deborah's in Canada, so she would know. Not 1 cent duty. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Miss Bell went to Dollar General today, and they had some cool stuff for crafting. Thank you, Teresa. It's fun. It's just something different. You know, I'm trying to get some things together. If I would like to join some swaps. So yeah. All right. And my next technique, we are going to do the black ice again, but we're going to do it on metallic. So I have this stamp, which is a leaf, and I am going to pull my Stays On jet black ink because I'm doing this on a shiny surface, and I know if I use a VersaFine or Memento, it's not going to dry completely. I want this to go on and stay on. I want it to stays on, not fall off, not rub off. I want it to stays on. What we got? Thank you to everyone for saying hello and greeting everyone, because like I said, I've moved my area around and I'm having a hard time seeing my laptop, which is where the chat is. Once in a while I'm catching something on my phone, which is kind of in front of my face, but it's up a little bit. Hi, Mari. How are you? Thanks for coming in. There you go, Teresa. I hope you guys can find some inspiration in all of these techniques, not just for ATCs. Oh, look at that. This has a lot of detail in it. It didn't really come out too vibrant. I don't dare do it again. Maybe I can do it again on another piece. Let's try it again. My Stays On is a little not super juicy either, which doesn't help. Wish it was a little juicier. You know what happens? I open it and sniff it too much. I don't know if any of you have ever smelled Stays On. It smells so good. It smells like almonds. It's so good. Deborah got her nails done today and feels so pretty. Well, that's cool. I need to stop biting mine, and hopefully now maybe my stress levels will go down a little. Yeah, anything that will dry, Teresa, you just kind of want to dry it. And you know what? If it doesn't dry, you could always try to clear emboss over it. It won't hurt the technique that we're going to do, because we're going to emboss over this anyway. So, you know, give it a shot. I say practice with different things, experiment, you know. You might find that it does something else that's completely amazing. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So it left some ink. It left it on the metallic paper this time. Can you guys kind of see? Oh, look, I can see me. Hi, me. Um, yeah. So that's that. So that's my advice on that. I would definitely can't wait to see this. Oh, this one here. This one here, Janine, the gold. Wait till you see my last one. Ugh. Sometimes left-handedness. Oh, I love that. Love, love, love that. Okay. So we're dipping into the clear embossing again. And I'm just, you know, doing the thing. Because that's what I do. And we're going to heat. Melissa Klepser, hello! Where have you been? Out to sea? Did you get lost at sea, my friend? My hand is probably in the way, but oh, look at this magic. I just love it. Come back. I just love it. Oh, no cell service. Oh, that stinks. Check this out, guys. Look at that. There's an authentic black ice for you on the metallic. And it's really cool to do this on an embossed piece of paper. And maybe that's what I can do. My bees are doing fabulous. As a matter of fact, my beekeeper came over and he said, he looked at me and he looked at my hive and he was like, Dawn, I'm so jealous of your bees. And I said, why? And he's like, mine swarmed. And I was like, oh, no. Yep. This swarmed. So I'm going to do this embossing folder real quick on this one that didn't come out super printy. I want to make sure I got the right side up. This side up. And see if we can't pull off what I was just trying to explain. Doesn't it? Doesn't it, Teresa? I'll hold it up again. I'm not sure if everyone saw it, but actually, if you guys need to see it again, just let me know. I'll hold it up. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love it. I love embossing folders on metallic. It just is lovely. Just lovely. So here we go again. We're going to drag that ink pad right over the raised surface. Get ourselves some wetness going there of the ink so that our clear... Hi, Leanne. How the heck are you? Girl, I haven't seen you in a while. I feel like I've missed all the YouTube stuff. Thanks for coming in. Just playing with some ATCs, trying to get some paper gone here. Oh, were you? Oh, I wish I would have known. I would have said, hey, go check on my my girl. She's right outside LA in Newport Beach. Wow. Hey, Stacy May. Welcome in. So nice to see you guys. And I know you guys, I might lose some of you to Gina K's release, and that's okay. I totally get it. I love her too and her releases. So here's that black ice effect with the black ink with the embossing. I probably could have swiped a little harder on my black ink pad, but that's kind of what it looks like. So that's kind of pretty. I kind of like this one better. But anyway, okay, and I just have one more technique that I want to do, and I want kind of a thicker piece, I think. Kind of looking for some thick paper. Some of my scraps are thicker than others. All right, we'll go with that. So I'm going to take some ink here. The metallic paper, Teresa, is, let me show you, my friend. This is it. Recollections foil cardstock paper from Michaels. So the back of it is like craft. I think that's how Tim Holtz's is too, but I got these on sale. I got the gold and the silver. It was like buy one get one, and it is 65 pound, 8.5 by 11, and you get 25 sheets. And I think it was only like $5.99, $4.99, and I got one, like I said, free. So yeah. Oh, fish. What kind of fish are you having? What'd you go out catching, Melissa? We had catfish the other night. I made fried catfish and some hush puppies, and they were so good. It was so good. So I am using these little ink pads because they make it so fantastic to just swipe. I have the distress ones too, which I have used, and they work great. I'm just trying to get rid of the white. Oops. I'm thinking I want an orange, and I don't have a little orange pad, so I'm going to try to get tricky here and see if I can get some orange down the middle. I want it really bold color. There we go. Perfect. See how messy this is? Get ready for a mess. Okay, here goes. Whoops. So the next thing, this one I'm going to emboss the whole entire surface. And I don't have the bottle because I put my ultra thick in a sandwich container. It's been in this since 1902. I've had the powder since 1902. It still works great. I am going to wet this with the embossing ink, and I'm going to coat it with, this is ultra thick embossing enamel, UTEE, UTEE. And oh, I might have to do that again. Oh, I guess I got a little on there, and I don't want to stink my pad. 1902. Yeah. I'm old. I'm old, Leanne. At least I've been crafting I'm an old crafter there. I guess I can justify it that way. Been making cards for a lot of years. I remember some good times of sitting in the craft room crafting with my girls, making cards. No, I didn't catch it in time. So we're gonna really wet this up. I want to get this nice and juicy because we're gonna put probably 2 or 3 coats anyway to start of this. We're gonna coat this card right up. Get it in the camera here. Guns going on. I know, I miss those days too. Now I'm starting up high because even though I have the embossing ink on there, it's still, this is ultra thick, so it's large granules. And I don't want to blow them away. In 1902 I didn't have the embossing tool, we just had the heat tool, like the little hairdryer looking thing that Ranger sells. That's what we had, and it got hot. It just had like a low blow, you know. The heat, it didn't like blow as fast and hard. All right, so first layer. Oh, let me get this down. Oh, first. Whoop! Don't get in it. First layer's done. Guess it's 2, and this is the thing with this, it dries, it doesn't stay, it's like an enamel, so it's going to be bumpy, and it's going to dry fairly quick, so we're going to have to use, and this will go on easy now because it's nice and smooth, or smoother than paper, and we're going to coat it well. And we're gonna do it again. Older or wiser? I don't know. I don't know how else. Wise as in maybe a wise ass? That I could attribute to. I don't know if I'm mentally wiser. There we go. Can you see, I have to start off away from it to get it warmed up so that it kind of adheres before I can really come down on it and get it, you know, moving, melted. So I'm kind of hitting the areas that I missed. The lovely thing is that wherever my pokey tool goes, that's right, Melissa, that's right. Even though I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good. I don't get too bad. Let's see if it's wet enough for me to do this. It feels warm, maybe. Maybe we caught it, and maybe not. This is what happens. It dries quick, folks. Dries quick. So this isn't old. I did a class doing this technique years and years ago. We did little mini accordion little notebooks, and this technique was a big hit. People loved doing this. All right, so I am looking for, here we go. I'm looking for the gold. So I'm going to coat this before I do that. I'm going to coat this. I want my gold to stick where I put it. I'm just going to pinch it in my fingers and I'm going to drop it like a fine spice. we go again. Hi, Frankie. Now I'm starting up high. I'm melting the enamel below this gold. I want it to stay in place. And voila, there it goes. That enamel sucked it right in there. Now it's kind of, can you see it? It's heating up and it's kind of moving around in there. It's kind of floating in that clear enamel. Kind of floating around. So then I'm going to pick a stamp. And I am going to pick, I have a couple of different, now I use red rubber. Some people might use something different. I don't know. I have always used red rubber with this technique and feel confident. I don't know if you use a clear photopolymer stamp or not. Not sure what the results may be for your stamps. Red rubber stamps can withstand a lot of heat. And I believe that's why we didn't really have a lot of, I guess we had silicone stamps back then, but it was a lot of red rubber. So we're going to do one more layer of enamel. And we're going to start heating this. And as soon as I get this hot and this layer is melted in and I see it become absorbed into the layer below, I'm going to flip this stamp into the enamel. Oh, I'm going to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat my stamp in the embossing ink, a watermark ink. Kind of just gives it a little bit of a coating. You gotta be quick, because, whoops, it doesn't take long. This one fell right off the block. That's okay. This one slid, so who knows? It might not be a good impression. But the joy of this technique is, if it's not a good impression, I can reheat it, and I can pull it up. Yeah. And terrible me. I didn't coat this one before I put it down, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So now we have an impression of the leaf in there. Is that not cool? And I can't stick it in again because this enamel has already heated. Oh, and that one came out great too. I love it. So I'm going to heat slowly, but I'm going to heat in between because I want to stick this. Oh, I want to stick this leaf down again over here. There we go. Okay, Deborah, take care, my friend. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello and visiting for a bit. Yeah. Oh, Frankie got some stickers. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I've been working on some things for uses for stickers for us paper crafters. And like I said, this dries pretty quick, so I can pull it right out again. Look at that. Woo-wee! I love it. And you know what? I might just leave the 3 instead of doing this other one because that gives me room to put an embellishment and some sort of sentiment on there. Because like I said, these are just my bases, guys. So, yeah. Okay, these are also from 1902. They probably still make them. I don't know. I haven't checked. I suppose I could look for you guys and see. But they're metallic rub-ons. You use your finger and you rub them in. Rub them on your work. You like that? You like that, Z? Pretty cool, eh? So I think I'm going to go with the copper. I think this one's copper. Yep. And I'm going to go right over my leaf. I'm going to kind of push down in. Now remember, this is enamel, so it's hardened up. So I'm trying to get it down in those crevices as well as good as I can, you know. Fill it right in so we got some pop here. Oh yeah, that one did go nice and deep. That one went almost to the paper. And some of you guys have, well, I'm sure like waxes or anything. I don't know. My theory is experiment. Try what you have. See how it works. It probably works amazing because I haven't found craft. I guess my middle didn't pick up too well on that one, but that's okay. I like imperfections. Nature is full of them. Hello, Angela. How are you? Welcome in. Now I'm just going to buff away. Buff kind of into my little leaf here because I want my shine back from my my enamel. So now when you look at it too, it has the gold that's down there has separated throughout the embossing. Oh, I can probably do some more embossing over here and loosen that up. If you find any spots that are granulated, don't hesitate to reheat them. It's gonna melt. It's gonna melt. There we go. Got rid of it. See that? Voila. Just like that. Now it's gone. So, yeah. So you can see all the gold flecks that are in here. I don't know if you can see them on camera. Angela, I assembled my very first junk journal today. Yay! Oh, congratulations! 3 whole pamphlet stitch and everything. Oh, congratulations. Oh, well now the fun part, decorating. So this is pretty much done. The only thing that you can do now is once it cools completely, right now it's too cool that I can't do an impression or powder wouldn't stick, but it's not cool enough to do the last effect that I'm looking for, which is the cracked glass effect. So this is one that I did earlier. I did it with the blue and the red. And do you see all the cracks in it? It looks like cracked glass. And you can take, this one I took a little bit of white, but if you have any kind of white pigment ink or anything like that, you can take and kind of rub it over and those cracks will catch it and it will emphasize the cracks that are in it. So it looks like broken glass. Gotta run, have another channel to check in. Okay, enjoy. I hope it's Gina K. So this is still too flexible. I mean, I can hear it. It will crack maybe a little, but not a lot. See, some of it might be cool enough. But you just start taking it and you just go boop, boop, boop. And it kind of gives it a shattered glass effect. Now you can choose to do that or not do that. You know, you can leave it just solid if you want, but It looks really cool. My inky fingers. Well, Gina K has a release, and I believe she's releasing a kit tonight. FYI. But I like my inky fingers too. So yeah. So that's that. And you can see kind of some of the cracks in it. And I will probably emphasize that with some more copper, or maybe even this dark red. Or what's this one? It's a rosewood, walnut maybe. Maybe a walnut. Maybe the brown would be pretty in the cracks. But anyway, it gives you the idea. See, and it just leaves a faint enough amount. So what kind of cover are you working on? I just used a paper bag. Got the idea from Bitty Penny. Oh, don't you just love Bitty Penny, Leanne? Gosh. I love her. So anyway, yeah, yes, they call it cracked glass or shattered glass, the shattered glass look. And I love that with this. So this is one I did earlier. Then I did another of the shattered, the black ice. Okay, Janine, I'm getting ready to wrap it up anyway. Just going through the last. Now here's another one that I did, like the leaves. I'd use the flowers from Pink and Main, but I also, I traced everything with the black marker. So I got a more emphasized black. I hear you, Janine. Keep your chin up. Pray for her. And this black ice that we did, I love this one. But I think these gold metallic ones will make really cool fall cards. So here's the embossing folder I used earlier with gratitude. And I did the black ice. Here's the one we did tonight. Then I did this one here. Oh, that's what I put over it. That's why this one looks gray. I forgot that I took the silver gelato and I went over the top and rubbed it in. Because the gelatos are water soluble, and you can get some color under there in your paper and streaky looks. So pretty cool. I like it. And then this is the one I did earlier. And then we have this one that we did earlier and this one we did tonight. And I like them a lot. So I accomplished all of these ATCs today. So I'm happy with myself. Used up a bunch more scraps. That's the name of the game. Use the scraps. So, and I can mount these now to some bases and send them along. So yeah, so I hope you guys found some. Just sent an IG follow request. I'm going to post my progress on this cover soon. Oh, yes, that's right, Angela. I forgot. That's right. We met through Bitty Penny. I need to get some measurements from you, actually. I think I sent an email. But yeah. The flowers with the cracked glass on those cards. Say it again, Teresa. The flowers on this. Oh, these were leaves. These were these kind of leaves here. That's what I did on this one. This one is dragonflies. Can you see the dragonflies? And this one is Pam. Thank you so much for your support tonight. And I hope your hand heals. You're welcome, Dee. Oh, you didn't? I'll email you again. Can you do the crack on the flower? I don't see why not. You could try it. You could try it. You're just layering up. But, I mean, you're doing a lot of heating. See my embossing powder from the heating and the heating and the heating? It will soak through. That's why they say if you're embossing like an image or a sentiment on a card, don't emboss too long, because when it burns and it starts going, it will soak through the paper. And that's what happens here on the back, because there's so many layers that you're heating it, you're adding another layer, you're heating it. So I would just watch that as far as lifting. But I think if you let the gesso sit long enough, I don't know. I would say give it a shot, Teresa, and see how it works. If it works out, hey, I'll look for you in the group and see what happened. So, hey, Chris. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got for tonight, you guys. That's all I got. That's all I can give you. But I wanted to, I definitely wanted to use the markers and the watercolor crayons, or the gelatos, whatever you guys want to, whatever people want to call them. But I wanted to use some of that stuff in the embossing folders that I was gifted from Abraham. And I think I did a good job at that. And then I don't know if I told you guys, I made another box. These are for all the ATCs that I'm getting ready, that are like bases. So, and ones that I've received. So I have some that I received, and I have ones that I've gotten ready, and I have my little thingies on the back. And yeah, so these will go in here, and I'll put embellishments. Thanks, Chris. I put embellishments, get embellishments on them, and get them ready to swap. So thanks, Shannon. The day wasn't wasted. Well, there you go. That's good. All right, you guys. Well, take care. Thanks for dropping in. Anybody that is not subscribed, feel free to subscribe if you feel moved to. We do all kinds of things here. Love to create. That's the main thing. Get dirty. Like as in dirty. So yeah, so you guys have a good night. Play nice around the YouTube rooms, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye. Thank you, guys. I'll keep watch for you, Leanne. All right, take care, everyone.